This thing will get much bigger because it's been riddled this way for decades and decades. I mean, most people knew it, but I don't think they knew how bad it was. And it will continue getting bad. Wonder Woman, folks, by the way, grossed more than $400 million internationally. $400 million. You better believe. Bye-bye. The director is not going to be staying, but the franchise will continue. But there was a what do they call it? A group of women that were demonstrating in Hollywood over the weekend, standing up for this, and you see a lot more of women empowerment, but against sexual harassment, calling for a stop of this, an end of this. To me, I think it's a good sign that entertainment companies, music companies, corporations of all kinds, governmental entities of all kinds, stop it, or there's going to be big fines and big repercussions as a result of this. And when you hit them in the pocketbook like she's doing, I think people will think twice about saying anything that's offbeat, groping, grabbing, doing anything of the sort to demean, belittle, push themselves on a woman. I mean, I personally, as a man, I don't get it. If a woman doesn't want me, there's plenty of other women that you could, try to have a relationship with. I don't get, but it's the power thing, though. They feel entitled that they should be able to have beautiful women at their beck and call. And if they, can't have their way, they push themselves on it. I think it's absolutely disgusting, and they should lose their jobs. They should lose their position. I feel a little bad for my buddy Sean Hannity. Love Sean Hannity and everything he does on the Fox News channel and his radio broadcast. But this is sad. Sean tried to be fair on trying to bring the gentleman who is being disgraced for sexual harassment, Judge Moore. He's being accused of sexual misconduct or something that happened 30, 40 years ago. And Keurig has decided they don't want to advertise. The left-wing activist organization Media Matters was pressuring Hannity advertisers. So Keurig decided, we're going to go ahead and we're going to rip our advertising off Hannity's broadcast, because he allowed Moron to basically clear his voice and interview him to get his side of the story of what's going on, because everything's just been accusatory. He's been, after the Washington Post and the Times put out these stories to give credence, and there hasn't even been a trial. So I think this is a very, very sad day, a slippery slope for a good man who has done a lot, has been a strong, staunch conservative. And I would have to definitely question the motives of these folks. A lot of people sounding off. One person said, I once drank coffee from Keurig machine and it tasted like communism. I know that's a little tough here. People have been smashing their Keurigs, dumping coffee out of their Keurigs, buying other apparatuses, but very disappointed on Keurig ripping their ads out because Sean Hannity just wanted to give Judge Moore, as a fair and balanced journalist, the opportunity to be able to speak his point. I mean, he's been accused. He cannot say whether or not he did it. Or we're talking Judge Roy Moore. All he tried to do was defend himself of inappropriate sexual behavior with a 14-year-old in 1978. You got to question the timing on this, folks. That's all I'm saying. And I really hope to God that Judge Roy Moore did not do this. But geez, 1978, and the guy's running for the Senate seat for Jeff Sessions. And there's nothing in his record up until now that would show that he should be disqualified for the position. This is another witch hunt, folks, a witch hunt. And you get this left activist group taking Keurig off Sean Hannity's broadcast which is very coveted, very highly sought after, but a lot of dedicated viewership across the country, like we have loyal viewers here, they're not going to be drinking the coffee from Keurig. There's other alternatives. There are other pods, other things out there that could be advertised. Penelope Cruz, I think, was on it, and now there's another Spanish guy that's is advertising it. Nespresso. Yeah, it's supposed to be really, really good. There is alternatives to Keurig. You think that they have the corner right? They don't. It's a good apparatus, but it's just very highly disappointing. The guy has not even been convicted. There's been no jury. There's been no arraignment. There's just none of it. And he was just trying to give him a place to speak his piece, to defend himself, which any of us would want to do if we were wrongly accused. This is a witch hunt, folks. I'm convinced of it 100%, really, more than ever. This is not good, but not a surprise at all, because the seat is important. But this is the way that the left feels like they can win, is accuse people, especially in the climate that we're in right now with Hollywood that's just put sex in it. It's controversial, especially a 14-year-old, wouldn't you agree? Ladies and gentlemen, we're listener-supported 100%. We appreciate your donations and our supporters nationwide. ForThePeoplesShow.com. I'm Keith Allen saying all the best. May God bless.